Stop everything for the next 60 seconds. What if I told you that the man who is currently trying to colonize Mars, build brain chips, and change the future of humanity was once completely broke? Sleeping on random friends' couches, eating cheap hot dogs just to survive, getting bullied so badly it broke him, and at one point, being just days away from losing everything he had built. At age 20, Elon Musk was not a genius with a perfect plan. He was struggling hard. He was depressed. He was lost. But that's not even the darkest part. By the time he turned 37, both of his companies, Tesla and SpaceX, were on the absolute brink of total collapse. 3 rockets had already exploded in spectacular failure. He had burned through almost all his money. He was personally almost bankrupt, divorced, emotionally shattered, and the entire world was laughing at him, calling him crazy and finished. Most people in that situation would have quit forever. They would have walked away broken, but Elon Musk didn't. He made a decision that changed everything. In this video, I'm not going to give you the polished, highlight reel version of Elon Musk you've heard 1,000 times. I'm going to take you through his real age-by-age life journey. The raw struggles, the brutal failures, the hidden turning points, the painful decisions, and the exact secrets he used to rise from rock bottom to building multi-billion-dollar empires that are shaping the future of humanity. This is the most detailed, honest, and powerful breakdown of Elon Musk's life you will ever watch. Stay with me till the very end, because by the time this video finishes, you will never see your own struggles the same way again. If you are in your 20s or 30s, feeling stuck, broke, overwhelmed, or doubting yourself, this story was made for you. Your turning point might be closer than you think. Let's begin. Elon Musk was born on June 28, 1971, in Pretoria, South Africa. From the moment he entered this world, he was different. While other kids were running around playing games, young Elon was somewhere in a corner, completely lost in books. He would read 2 books a day, sometimes more. His mind was always racing, always questioning, always searching for something bigger. He was extremely intelligent, but he was also extremely lonely. He didn't fit in. He was the quiet kid, the awkward kid, the one who saw the world differently from everyone else around him. And because he was different, the world made him pay for it. The bullying was brutal, really brutal. He was beaten so badly on multiple occasions that one fight left him hospitalized. He had to stay in bed for days, recovering from the physical and emotional pain. The kids didn't just tease him, they tried to break him. At home, things weren't easy either. His parents divorced when he was young. He felt torn. He felt alone. He felt like he had no one to truly understand the fire burning inside him. But even in that darkness, something inside Elon refused to die. At the age of 10, he got his first computer. And that single moment changed everything. He didn't just play with it. He taught himself how to code. By the age of 12, he had already created his very first video game called Blastar. He sold it to a local computer magazine for $500. Think about that for a second. A 12-year-old boy going through hell at school and at home still found the courage and discipline to create something out of nothing. That was the first spark. That was the first sign that this boy was not ordinary. Then came the biggest decision of his young life. At just 17 years old, Elon looked at the country he was born in and made a choice most teenagers could never make. He left South Africa, alone, with almost no money, with no safety net, with nothing but a dream and a one-way ticket to Canada. Why would a teenager leave everything behind, family, friends, familiarity, and start over in a completely new country? Because he had a vision. A vision so big that staying where he was would have killed it. He believed the future was being built somewhere else. He believed he was meant for something greater, and that single decision, that leap of faith at 17, set the stage for everything that was about to happen in his 20s. But here's where the story gets really interesting. What did this broke, awkward, determined young man actually do when he finally entered his early 20s? How did he survive? What crazy risks did he take? And how did those early, painful years quietly build the foundation for one of the greatest comebacks in modern history? Stick with me, because what happened next will shock you. At age 20, Elon Musk was sitting in university lectures studying physics and economics at the University of Pennsylvania. On paper, his life looked perfect. Good grades, a clear, respectable path, a safe, comfortable career waiting for him. But deep inside, something was screaming. He didn't want safe. He didn't want comfortable. He didn't want to spend the rest of his life building someone else's dream. He wanted to build the future. In 1995, at the age of 24, Elon made a decision that shocked everyone who knew him. He dropped out of Stanford University after just 2 days. Why? Because he could see the internet exploding right in front of him. He felt it in his bones. This was going to change the entire world, and he refused to sit quietly in a classroom while the biggest opportunity of his generation was happening outside. So he took the biggest risk of his life. Together with his brother Kimball, he started a company called Zip2, an online city guide for newspapers. Now imagine this picture. 2 young brothers living in a tiny, cramped office, sleeping on the dirty floor every single night, showering at the local YMCA because they couldn't afford anything else, eating the cheapest food possible just to keep their bodies going, working 20-hour days, coding until their eyes burned, their backs ached, and their minds were completely exhausted. They had almost no money, no big investors, no safety net, no guarantees. Most people in their 20s would have broken down after a few months of that brutal reality. They would have gone back home, taken a normal job, collected a steady paycheck, and told themselves maybe next time. But Elon kept going. Day after painful day, night after exhausting night. He believed so deeply in his vision that he was willing to risk everything, his comfort, his reputation, his health, his entire future for something the world didn't even fully understand yet. Then came 1999. Zip2 was sold for over $307 million. At just 28 years old, Elon suddenly had $22 million in his bank account. For most young people, that moment would have been the ultimate dream. They would have bought a big house, luxury cars, and finally relaxed. But Elon did something that looked completely insane to everyone watching. He took almost all of that money and bet it aggressively on 2 brand new, extremely risky companies. One was X.com, an online payment company that would later become PayPal. The other was something most people laughed at and called pure science fiction. He wanted to build rockets. He wanted to go to Mars. This is the exact moment where the real fire, tension, and suspense of his story truly begins. Because what he did next would either make him a legend or completely destroy him. He was walking straight into the darkest, most painful, most terrifying chapter of his entire life. By 2008, Elon Musk was 37 years old, and everything he had fought for, everything he had sacrificed, everything he had poured his soul into was collapsing right in front of his eyes. This wasn't just a bad year. This was the year that nearly ended him. His spirit was being tested like never before. He later admitted in rare interviews that 2008 was the worst year of his entire life, emotionally destroyed, divorced, financially ruined, publicly humiliated, and forced to watch the two companies he had bet his entire future on slowly dying in front of him. Imagine this for a second. You have risked everything. You have poured your money, your reputation, your health, your relationships, your entire life into something you believe will change humanity, and then it starts crumbling. The rockets you spent years designing explode one after another. The company you believe would revolutionize transportation is running out of cash faster than you can blink. Investors who once believed in you are now pulling out. The media is calling you a fraud, a dreamer, a failure. Your friends and family are worried you've completely lost your mind. The pressure was unbearable. 3 rockets had already exploded in dramatic fashion. The 4th launch was make or break. If it failed, SpaceX would be finished. If it failed, Tesla would likely collapse right after. If it failed, Elon would lose everything he had built over the last decade. He would be financially wiped out. He would be publicly humiliated. He would become another forgotten entrepreneur who had a big dream but couldn't make it work. Would SpaceX survive? Would Tesla survive? Would Elon lose it all? I'll tell you what happened next. But first, I want you to really sit with this moment. This was the lowest point. This was the moment where most dreams die. This was the moment where 99% of people would have quit forever. They would have told themselves, I tried my best, it didn't work, time to get a normal job and move on. But not Elon Musk. He was standing in the middle of the fire. He was watching his life's work burn around him. And instead of running away, he chose to stay. He chose to fight. He chose to keep going when every single sign, every single person, every single failure was screaming at him to stop. If you are in your 20s or 30s right now, feeling like your dreams are falling apart, feeling broke, overwhelmed, lost, or like the world is against you, I want you to remember this exact moment in Elon's life. Because what he went through in 2008, many of you are living right now. You have big dreams. You are taking risks. You are working hard. But things aren't working out as fast as you hoped. Money is tight. Failures are piling up. People are doubting you. You feel exhausted, emotionally drained, and sometimes you wonder if it's all worth it. Elon felt the same way. The only difference? He refused to quit. He used a powerful way of thinking called first principles thinking, breaking every problem down to its most basic truths instead of copying what others did. He worked insane hours. He turned his pain into rocket fuel. He refused to let failure define him. And that decision, that single choice to keep going when everything was against him, changed everything. Stick with me. Because what happened next is one of the greatest comeback stories in modern history. The 4th rocket launch was coming. Everything was on the line. The future of SpaceX, the future of Tesla, the future of Elon Musk's entire vision. Would it explode like the previous 3? Or would this be the moment the world finally saw what Elon Musk was truly made of? The answer will shock you. Keep watching. The countdown began. Elon stood there, watching, heart pounding. He had risked literally everything on this one launch. His money, his reputation, his future, his entire dream. The engines ignited, flames roared. The Falcon 1 rocket lifted off the pad. For the first few seconds, everything looked perfect. Then it kept climbing higher, higher, higher. This time, it didn't explode. The rocket reached space. It achieved orbit. The control room erupted in cheers, tears, and pure disbelief. For the first time in history, a privately funded company had successfully put a rocket into orbit. Elon Musk had done the impossible, but the story doesn't end there. A few weeks later, Tesla received emergency funding at the last possible moment. That single year, 2008, the year that nearly destroyed him, became the foundation for everything we see today. Elon didn't just survive. He rose from the ashes like a phoenix. This is the part of the Elon Musk story that most videos skip over. They show you the billionaire with the rockets and the cars. They show you the success. But they rarely show you the pain. They rarely show you the nights he slept on the factory floor, the days he borrowed money just to eat, the moments he wondered if it was all over. Dark year in 2008, SpaceX went on to revolutionize space travel with reusable rockets. Tesla went on to change the entire automobile industry. And Elon kept pushing boundaries with Starlink, Neuralink, XAI, and so much more. From that soul-crushing year in 2008, Elon Musk didn't just survive, he rose like a phoenix. After the fourth Falcon 1 rocket successfully reached orbit, the tide finally turned. SpaceX began winning major NASA contracts. Falcon 9 became the reliable workhorse of space. Then came the breakthrough that shocked the world, the first successful landing of a reusable rocket booster. Experts called it impossible. Elon proved them wrong. He landed it gently on a floating platform in the middle of the ocean, like a feather. That single achievement slashed the cost of space travel forever and opened the doors to a future most people thought was science fiction. Tesla exploded into the mainstream. The Model S shattered perceptions of electric cars, faster, smarter, and more desirable than gasoline vehicles. Then came the Model 3, bringing electric cars to millions. Gigafactories rose across the globe. Autonomous driving advanced rapidly. Solar energy and battery storage began reshaping how the world powers itself. But Elon never stopped at rockets and cars. He launched Starlink, a massive constellation of satellites delivering high-speed internet to remote corners of the planet, disaster zones, and places governments had forgotten. He founded Neuralink to merge the human brain with computers. He created XAI to pursue truth-seeking artificial intelligence. And he acquired Twitter, now X, to defend open conversation and free speech. Today, in 2026, at age 54, Elon Musk stands as one of the most ambitious and polarizing figures on Earth. Still pushing the limits. Reusable rockets, electric vehicles at scale, brain-machine interfaces, global connectivity, and his ultimate goal, making humanity multiplanetary. If this story lit a fire in you, drop the word wisdom in the comments below. Share one big struggle you're facing in your 20s or 30s right now. You are not alone. Thank you for watching this deep journey through Elon Musk's life. If you want more raw, detailed stories of extraordinary minds, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. The next one is coming soon. Until then, keep going. Your legendary chapter starts today.